For over a decade, experts have predicted Bitcoin's death. Yet it keeps coming back. So, what aren't they telling you?
Imagine waking up tomorrow and seeing Bitcoin crash by 90%. Would you panic or see the biggest opportunity of your life?
Is Bitcoin going to zero? What they won't tell you. What if I told you? One day you wake up, open your phone, and see the headline, Bitcoin has crashed 90% overnight. Would that be the end of Bitcoin? Or could it be the biggest buying opportunity in history? For years, people have been predicting the death of Bitcoin. It's a bubble. It's worthless. It's going to zero. But here's something strange. The same prediction has been repeated hundreds of times. Yet Bitcoin keeps coming back. So, is Bitcoin actually going to zero? Or is there something the headlines never tell you? Let's find out. Hash the fear everyone has. If you're new to crypto, the biggest fear is simple. What if I buy Bitcoin and it becomes worthless? That's a reasonable question. Unlike gold, Bitcoin isn't physical. Unlike stocks, it doesn't represent ownership in a company. Unlike real estate, you can't live inside it. So critics ask, what gives Bitcoin value? And honestly, it's a fair question. Because understanding value is the key to understanding Bitcoin. # why people think Bitcoin will go to zero. Let's look at the arguments. First, Bitcoin is extremely volatile. 1 year, it can double. The next, it can lose over half its value. That scares people. Second, governments could regulate crypto more aggressively. Some people believe, if governments ban Bitcoin, it dies. Third, Bitcoin produces no cash flow. A company earns profits. A house can generate rent. A bond pays interest. Bitcoin doesn't. So critics argue, if it doesn't produce income, it's worth nothing. And finally, some believe another cryptocurrency will simply replace Bitcoin, just like old technology gets replaced. These concerns sound convincing. But there's another side that rarely gets discussed. # what supporters see. Bitcoin supporters don't think of Bitcoin as a company. They see it differently. They see it as digital property, or even digital gold. Gold itself doesn't generate income either. Yet people have stored wealth in gold for thousands of years. Why? Because it's scarce, hard to create, easy to recognize, and trusted by millions. Bitcoin was designed with similar ideas. Only, in digital form, there will only ever be *21 million Bitcoin. No government can simply print more. No central bank can suddenly double the supply. That fixed supply is one reason many investors believe Bitcoin has value. # network effects matter. Here's something many beginners miss. Technology isn't valuable just because it's better. It's valuable because people use it. Think about email, or social media, or even money itself. The more people who trust something, the stronger it becomes. Bitcoin has existed for well over a decade. Millions of people own it. Thousands of businesses accept it. Large financial institutions now offer Bitcoin investment products. Every new user strengthens the network. This doesn't guarantee success, but it makes Bitcoin much harder to replace than many people imagine. # the biggest misunderstanding. Many people think Bitcoin needs everyone to believe in it. It doesn't. It only needs enough people who continue to value it. The same is true for gold, or collectible art, or even luxury watches. Value often comes from collective belief, not physical usefulness alone. That's why Bitcoin continues to survive, even after massive crashes. # but here's the truth. None of this means Bitcoin is guaranteed to succeed. It isn't. Bitcoin still faces serious risks. Some are obvious. Others, most people never consider. And one particular risk Could change everything. We'll talk about that. The risks nobody should ignore. Now, let's be clear. Believing Bitcoin has value doesn't mean it's risk-free. In fact, Bitcoin remains one of the riskiest major assets you can own. Its price can move 10%, 20%, or even 50% in a short period. If you panic easily, Bitcoin probably isn't for you. And that's something many influencers never say. They only show the success stories, not the sleepless nights during market crashes. Could governments kill Bitcoin? This is one of the biggest questions. Could governments simply ban it? The answer is more complicated than most people think. A country can ban exchanges. It can restrict trading. It can tax crypto heavily. But shutting down Bitcoin itself is much harder. Why? Because Bitcoin isn't controlled by one company. There isn't a CEO. There isn't a headquarters. Thousands of computers around the world help keep the network running. Even if one country blocks it, the network continues operating elsewhere. That's one reason Bitcoin has survived years of regulatory pressure. What if nobody wants it? Here's the only scenario where Bitcoin truly goes to zero. If almost everyone stopped believing it had value. If buyers disappeared. If demand completely vanished. Then yes, its price could theoretically reach zero. But think about this. Millions of people own Bitcoin today. Public companies hold it. Investment funds hold it. Financial institutions offer Bitcoin products. Developers continue building on the ecosystem. Could demand shrink? Absolutely. Could it disappear overnight? That's a much bigger claim. History tells an interesting story. Bitcoin has been declared dead again and again. After every major crash, the headlines sounded the same. Bitcoin is finished. It's over. This time is different. Yet every cycle, it recovered. That doesn't guarantee it always will. History is never a promise. But it reminds us of something important. Markets often react emotionally in the short term, before reality catches up. The biggest mistake investors make. Many people don't lose money because Bitcoin failed. They lose money because of their own decisions. They buy during hype, when everyone is excited, then panic during crashes, and sell at the worst possible time. Later, when prices recover, they buy back in at higher prices. It's a cycle driven by emotion, not logic. Successful investors usually focus on managing risk, not predicting the future perfectly. So, is Bitcoin going to zero? Here's the honest answer. Nobody knows. Anyone who says Bitcoin is guaranteed to become worthless is guessing. Anyone who promises Bitcoin will definitely make you rich is also guessing. The future depends on adoption, technology, regulation, global economics, and millions of individual decisions. Bitcoin could continue growing. It could remain highly volatile. Or it could eventually lose relevance. No one can know for certain. Final thoughts. Instead of asking, will Bitcoin go to zero? Maybe the better question is, do I truly understand what I'm investing in? Because investing without understanding is just gambling. Whether you're bullish, bearish, or still undecided, always do your own research. Never invest money you can't afford to lose. And remember, the loudest opinions on the internet are rarely the most accurate. Outro. If you found this video helpful, hit the *asterisk button. Subscribe for more honest videos about investing, money, and financial freedom. And tell me in the comments, do you think Bitcoin will still exist 20 years from now, or will it eventually go to zero? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Please subscribe now.